5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
It's clearing. We're through. Bang on schedule.
Great.
Congratulations, Mr. Houseman.
Thanks, boys. There'll be a good bonus for this. Okay, let's go take a look.
Rockfall.
Reverse back! Reverse back!
Oh, that was close.
Guess it was. Well, let's get back to base.
Oh, hello there. Welcome to Brain's Laboratory. I'm just running through some videotapes of international rescue operations. You just heard the start of what turned out to be a very tricky rescue indeed. We called it The End of the Road, and it was just about that for Eddie Houseman, who was trapped in a precariously balanced explosives truck. This one proved to be a real tough test for Virgil and Thunderbird too, the biggest of all our rescue craft. He had to negotiate a narrow, man-made canyon with inches to spare on either side, and he wasn't helped any by the stormy weather conditions. You see, the Gray and Houseman Construction Company had been contracted to complete a through road in mountainous and jungle-choked terrain, and they were racing against time, trying to complete the work before the start of the monsoon season. In their favor, they had some really fantastic equipment and first-class men, but for a time, it looked as if Lady Luck had turned her back on them. Let's go back and join them before the trouble really starts.
Eddie, you did wonders. I never thought you'd get through the mountain this side of the monsoons.
Well, with any luck, we're gonna make that date.
Let's drink to that.
It's our first big contract. We fall down on this one, we've had it.
Well, Eddie, you played your part. Now I'll play mine. Providing I can get that road finished before the rains, we'll be okay.
Yeah, I guess it's over to you now.
You just go off and enjoy your vacation. And don't worry. Oh, by the way, where are you going to? Anywhere special?
Just, looking up an old friend.
Aircraft approaching the island. It's going.
You're wrong, Gordon.
Sounds like it's coming into land. It is coming into land. Operation Cover-Up.
Operation Cover-Up involves putting an everyday front on the Tracy household. It had been designed for just such an emergency. I had rigged up a control panel which hid all trace of the international rescue setup. For example, the large wall pictures of the Tracy boys in uniform were covered by other photographs of them in everyday clothes. All the communications equipment slid into recesses to be replaced by innocent-looking ornaments. Of course, John was advised to use the secret communications channel in the event of a rescue operation call when visitors were on the island.
I wonder who it can be.
Well, whoever it is, I hope they don't stay long.
Yeah, could be kind of awkward if we get an emergency call.
Gentleman to see you, Mr. Tracy. Mr. Eddie Houseman.
Eddie? Eddie Houseman.
It seemed that Eddie and Tintin had been at school together, and he had stopped off to say hello on his way back to the road camp after his vacation. However, a call from Bob Gray cut short his stay with the Tracys.
Lucky we didn't have a call while I was here, wasn't it, Father?
Yes? Yes, it was, Virgil.
I wonder what sort of trouble they've got on that road.
Oh, Lester. According to the weather reports, we're just gonna make it. Rains are due in about 2 days.
Yeah? And take a look at this. The instruments are picking up earth tremors in the mountains.
What? How bad are they?
Hard to tell. Signals are faint, but that doesn't mean a thing.
Let's go take a look for ourselves.
Look. Look at that.
I've seen enough.
It's bad.
Monsoon will bring that whole range down into the cutting we've made. We'll never finish the road on time now.
We can't give up now, Bob. We can't.
Eddie, it's too late. The rains have started.
And what do? Just sit here? Let a landslide ruin all our work to date?
That's what we do. And then in the spring,
In the spring, that means we'll lose our contract.
we'll just have to try and get an extension, that's all.
Extension? Why, the only reason we got the contract was because we gave an early completion date. If we don't make the date we said we would, this company's nothing. You're out, I'm out, everything we planned for, worked for, goes up in smoke. There's no other way, Eddie. That's where you're wrong. There's one way. Let me take a gang of men up there. With carefully placed Newtomic chargers, I could blast the peak and make it fall away from the road instead of into it.
You couldn't do it.
Try me.
Eddie, the seismograph shows that peak could collapse at any second. And even a small slide could cause the charge to explode while you were working on them. If you weren't blown to bits, you'd be buried alive.
I know my job.
And I know mine. And since I'm the senior partner, I say we apply for the extension.
It'll break us.
Maybe. But you'll be alive. Look, I'm not going to argue. The decision is made.
It looked like the end of their dreams. But Eddie was a stubborn guy. He decided to go it alone. So once everyone was asleep, he crept down and loaded some Newtonic charges aboard the explosives tractor. The noise of the tractor leaving disturbed Bob Gray. But by the time he had gathered his thoughts, Eddie was well on his way. They tried to contact him on the audio phone.
Hello, Eddie. Eddie, can you hear me? No word for half an hour.
You'd better try again.
Eddie, this is Bob. Call in. Call in. No good. I guess we'll have to...
Hi, Bob. This is Eddie. I've planted the charges.
Eddie! Then get out of there! That peak's cracking up! There'll be a landslide any minute!
And I guess I'd better fire the charges now.
You'll be too close! Get away from there, you kill yourself! The company isn't worth it! Eddie! Eddie, can you hear me? He cut off! He cut off! Eddie! Eddie! Can you hear me?
Yeah? Yeah, I can hear you.
You did it! You're okay! Eddie, the cutting's in no danger now. We can see from here.
Bob, listen. The blast took my tractor right to the edge. I can't get out. If I move to the door, the thing will overbalance.
Okay, keep calm, Eddie. We're on our way.
There's worse to come. I've still got a case of Newtomic charges on board. If this goes over the edge, I'm gonna be blown sky high.
Oh, boy. What a spot to be in. This was one situation the construction company wasn't equipped to handle. Time was also against them. At any second, the tractor could slip off the edge to disaster. Suddenly, Bob remembered international rescue. Within seconds, John in Thunderbird 5 had picked up the SOS.
That's right. You get the picture?
But you can't reach the tractor because of the state of the ground.
The explosions cut the ground up so bad, we just daren't chance our weight on it.
Okay, Mr. Gray, we're on our way. I told him we'd be there, Father. I hope I did right.
Of course you did right, son. What's that supposed to mean, anyway?
I left the name of the guy who's going to be rescued to last.
Why? Who is it?
Eddie Houseman.
Eddie Houseman?
Hey, Father, he knows us.
That's right, Scott. Eddie knows us.
That means we can't help? Is that what you're saying, Dad?
No, Alan.
But if we go through with this job, we're going to break our cover. And we all know how essential it is that this outfit remain secret.
What do we do? Turn this call down?
No, John, we don't turn down any call. We've done everything we could to hide our identity, but not at the risk of wasting a life. Carry on, Scott.
Yes, sir.
As usual, the Thunderbird craft were standing ready on their launching pads. The nuclear engines of the machines were charged to allow up to 6 months flying time. Scott entered his machine via the moving ramp which connected the Tracy lounge directly with the nose cone of Thunderbird 1. As the pre-launch checks were carried out, he changed into his duty uniform. Then the craft slid gently down the ramp onto the launch pad. Within a matter of seconds, Thunderbird 1 blasted up through the hole where the swimming pool had been but a few moments before, and was off to the rescue area.
International rescue from Thunderbird 1. Changing to horizontal flight.
As Thunderbird 1 reached top speed, Mr. Tracy was completing his instructions to Virgil and Alan.
Okay, Virgil, that's the brief. Use the magnetic grabs. Alan can help you on this one. Any questions?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Away you go. Good luck.
The enormous bulk of Thunderbird 2 dwarfs the other craft, and understandably so, as this is the freighter ship of the International Rescue Fleet. All the heavy rescue gear is stored in 6 pods in the hangar. And once Virgil has selected the required equipment, the gigantic hull of Thunderbird 2 settles over the pod, and the entire unit then proceeds to the launching ramp. So, Virgil made his way directly to the flight deck by means of the chute, again connecting the Tracy lounge to the craft. As he did so, Alan entered the machine by means of the passenger elevator. As you all know, Thunderbird 2 is housed behind a sheer cliff face, which slides away mechanically to allow the craft onto the ramp. Virgil eased his giant charge onto the ramp, the launch procedure was carried out, and they were airborne with a deafening roar. Meanwhile, back at the camp, things were getting desperate. Lester couldn't seem to raise international rescue.
International Rescue, come in, please. Nah, it's no good. I can't reach him.
Thunderbird 1, to rescue area.
Come in, Thunderbird 1. Come in.
Listen, rescue area. It'll be a few more minutes before Thunderbird 2 gets here. I'm going to try and do something about those boulders.
Okay, check. But I don't know what you can do. We were going to try and build a barrier. We haven't got the necessary gear.
Well, we have. So here goes.
Although the bulk of the rescue equipment is always carried in Thunderbird 2, Scott in Thunderbird 1 has a few emergency tricks up his sleeve. A part of his equipment includes a battery of high-tensile, spear-firing tubes. He let loose a salvo, which thudded firmly into the rock face, and these acted as a protective screen against the falling boulders.
Wow! Did you see what I saw?
Some machine. And here comes another one.
Thunderbird 2 from Thunderbird 1. I'm glad to see you, fellas. Now, here's the situation, Virgil. I've laid down a steel screen to stop any boulders from knocking the tractor over the edge. Now, lower your grabs and pick it up.
FAB, Scott. Okay, Alan. Okay, Scott. I'm coming in now.
I'll guide you in.
And so, Virgil began the tricky task of maneuvering Thunderbird 2 into a canyon not much wider than his wingspan. With Scott's help, he reached a position immediately over the tractor, and then...
Hey, pull away, Virgil. Your vertical jets are tipping it over.
What are we gonna do, Scott? We'll have to go in closer if we're going to make contact with the grabs.
Now, we've got to think of a way of stabilizing that tractor while the grabs are attached.
Scott, couldn't they fix a line that would hold it steady?
No, Virgil, I'm sure that's not possible. The ground near the tractor is so badly cracked that even a small increase in weight could tip that balance. Hey, wait. I've got an idea. Now, if this works, Virgil, come straight in and grab him. Stand by, Virgil.
FAB.
Now it was Scott's turn for some tricky flying. Being smaller, Thunderbird 1 was able to negotiate the canyon more easily. But Scott had to get to a position with his nose angled toward the canyon walls and underneath the precariously balanced tractor. He then held the tractor up, while Virgil tried again.
Okay, Virgil, come in now. I'll take the strain.
FAB, coming in now.
This time, it worked, and Alan lowered the grabs, which were then electronically locked onto the tractor.
Okay, Scott. We've got it.
It looked like plain sailing from then on, but
It's too heavy for the grabs. We're not gonna hold it.
easy, Virgil. Take it easy. He's slipping. Oh, sorry about that. I guess I got kind of carried away.
Virgil, hold her steady. Eddie's jumping for it.
Eddie leapt onto the mountainside at the first opportunity.
Okay, Virgil, he's clear. Now get the tractor to level ground so we can get to the atomic charges.
FAB, Scott.
But now, there were only 2 grabs supporting the tractor. Virgil raced Thunderbird 2 as swiftly as possible from the scene, heading for open country. It was touch and go all the way, but he made it.
Nearly there.
We can't hold her. She's going!
The tractor finally broke free and plummeted earthwards. There was a shattering explosion.
You saved the road, Eddie. You saved the road. Did I? You ask me, International Rescue did all the saving around here. I'm sure looking forward to thanking those guys.
Doesn't look as though you're gonna get a chance.
Thunderbirds were heading for home, thankful for their successfully accomplished mission, and pleased that the security of the International Rescue Organization had been maintained.